Hello, fellow Minecrafters of the Antares server, www.playminecraft.net. I am one of the mods, BLBoycraft, and I have Fallout Fan 4 here with me today.
Hello.
We are doing our server podcast, which is the first ever podcast we're going to produce for the server, and the first people to actually even do this. So we're going to be covering a range of things today, and just general discussions of Minecraft. So now we are going to be followed up with towns and economy. Moving on to the towns and economy section of our podcast, we have exciting news today. As many of you know, our beloved server runs the Townie plugin, which allows for the creation of both towns and nations. In addition to this week, the cities of Astoria and Air City and Riverwood, as of today, joined together in a landmark merger under the watch of BLBoycraft and Darth Dread and Endman to create the new and first nation, Istri. This nation is constantly growing, and if you are interested in joining it, please contact either I, BLBoycraft, or Darth Dread through the forums of messages in game. Also in the town news, another city has been created on the server. The city of Stormwind, a sweeping city surrounded by large walls and full of good buildings. While the town is still under construction, we are proud to offer you some of the images of it here. Also, of note, the spawn city of Antares has a new and exciting store in it now. Darth's Potion Shop, found at /War Potions, seeks to offer an exciting selection of the finest brews the server has to offer. Speaking of Darth, Paul, did Darth send you something about his shop?
Yes, we did receive an email from Darth earlier today detailing his potion shop. It reads this: so, a new shop in Antares that specializes in alchemy. Do you mind talking about it? That's what we asked him, and here's his reply. Darth said, my thoughts on the new alchemy shop I have created are that I will get a stagnant economy flowing a bit, while also creating a demand for PvP potions. Currently, Enman is my biggest customer, and the big seller is Poison Extended, about a minute and a half minutes. If anyone needs chemical weapons, my shop is the place to get it. Yeah, this is very helpful. I mean, the concept of having the potion shop is a little tricky to do because every single potion has an individual ID attached to it, just like enchanted items. So it'll be interesting in seeing how he keeps it running, but hopefully he does. Because with the factions on the server and everything, we need some warfare. And speaking of warfare and other nefarious activities, we do have access to a running list of players that are globally banned on the server, and here is where we're going to list them and let their shame be known to everyone for the week. Starting us out is Fishing Poles, banned by Spath for griefing glass. And then came Fluffy Buns, who also was caught griefing. Then Myholog, banned by Spath for griefing and theft. Then we have another no-no with Zack Attack 22, who was banned by Spath for racism in the chat. And then finally we have a most egregious offender with Stephen Lindsay, who was globally banned through MC bans for being a spam bot, and no one likes that. And yeah, we try to maintain a very strict ban policy on the server, and it would be very wise if you're a new player to acquaint yourself with the rules and try to build some bonds with some players and try not to cause trouble. And speaking of these things, we also had some other news around bans on the server this week. We had a player by the name of Jules who has been banned for a while due to raging and other nefarious type PvP situations, but he was unbanned for serving out his sentence, and we welcome him back with open arms and hope that he enjoys his time on the server even more. Also, showing that senior players can get into as much trouble as new players, we have Apollo the Gamer, who has been jailed, and was jailed, but is now free, and we welcome him back as well. And that should wrap up my section on bans and also details on the shop. And now we're going to move back over to BL with news on server updates, bugs, and other issues.
Well, that was an interesting fan list for this week. Now let's get into server news and bugs and updates. So this week, Antares updated to 1.1, which is quite good, except for people that enjoy parkour, because one of the updates to 1.1 was no more collision boxes on the ladders, which I find can be very obnoxious because most of the ladders in the server now are obsolete. So now, as more of a bugs, we have the economy bug that was relayed to me by the other players. Well, this is not going on anymore, to my knowledge, but it can still be quite buggy. So this week there was problems with the economy. It was you could not do any commands regarding economy except the fundamentals of just checking your money. You couldn't pay people, and this was a big setback for the economy on the server. Now, another thing to do with that is for the minor things on the server, such as griefings and thefts, try to not bug Spath with these, because the server mods, Cloudy, Poker Ranger, me, the Boycraft, and I Am Sam can easily deal with these things. Now, Spath has a lot of work to do during update time because there's obviously a lot of bugs with our plugins. So it would just be great if you gave him some slack about it. So now we have the rules here. It's always good, new players and senior players, to review the rules to make sure you're not breaking anything, because even some of the senior players can wind up in jail, as we've seen with Apollo the gamer, who got reckless with PvP rules. And that should wrap it up for this week, guys. I hope everyone enjoyed listening.
Yes, thank you for taking the time to click on this and watch it. Hopefully you watched the entire thing and didn't just skip to the end or skip around because you got bored. Any questions or comments would be helpful. You can post them on the forums or on the YouTube page, and I'll have the link for everything on the forums, and you can find the server IP address on the YouTube page, of course. You're probably, if you've seen this playing, so you know it, but just in case you stumbled across this on YouTube, it will be there. Look forward to a video advertising for the server being made by us coming soon, next couple weeks, as long as another video probably detailing the rules of the server for everyone. It would be helpful, and I think people would appreciate knowing things and getting explanations. And that should be it. Thanks for watching.